Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good
Good
evening.
evening,
Good
sirs.
Good evening.
From where you are joining us? Which place?
Sir, I'm joining this interview from Hyderabad. Currently, sir, I'm pursuing training of my IPS sir, in NPA Hyderabad. So there
वो
itself
आपका
I'm joining.
हेयर कट से ही लग रहा है कि आप आईपीएस में ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हो। पूरा का पूरा लग रहा है पुलिस वाला आपका लुक। वेरी गुड। सो दिस इज
Thank you, sir.
हाउ मेनी मंथ्स इनटू आईपीएस ट्रेनिंग यू आर ऑलरेडी इन?
Sir, 2.5 months. This is currently 10th week training is going on, sir.
और तुम्हारा ये क्या cadre क्या मिला है?
Sir, Bihar cadre.
Oh,
Good.
अरे बिहारी
Yes, sir.
बिहार cadre all fitting into. So
Thank you, sir.
now let me start with this only. See, you are a product of NIT Patna, right?
Yes, sir.
What was the previous name of NIT Patna? What it was known as?
Sir, it was previously known as the Bihar College of Engineering. In 2004, it was renamed as an IT Patna.
Hmm. So you have stayed in the hostel of NIT Patna somewhere? Hostel.
Sir, I was day scholar. I was staying outside. During that time, hostels were not in sufficient numbers, so I was staying outside.
All right. Okay. No problem. Can you name some famous alumni from NIT Patna or its previous avatar, BC Patna?
Sure, sir. Sir, the famous alumni from NIT Patna, first and most important one, the Honorable Chief Minister of Bihar, Shri Nitish Kumar ji. And the next one, another important personality, Manas Bihari Verma, sir. Sir, he played very important role in development of Tejas aircraft, sir.
Hmm. Okay. All right. No problem. Now, coming to your IPS, you have already parked yourself in a very good job in the civil services. Why you want to make a jump to IAS? In which way it will really make it better?
So no doubt, Indian Police Service is a very prestigious job, and I feel honored to be part of it. But there are certain pull factors for which I am opting for Indian Administrative Services, sir. That is, the relatively the diversity of the job that administrative services offers in comparison to the police service is little bit higher as we get chance to work with education department and other department as such. While and another reason is that so also there we get more chances to do some affirmative work towards the progression and development of the society in compared to the IPS. Though here also we get more chances, but relatively more number of chances we get to do some positive work in the society. That's why I'm opting for administrative service.
You are at Hyderabad in the academy. What was Sardar Patel's contribution to the creation of All India services and what justification he gave for that?
Sir, he played very instrumental role in creation of Indian Police Service, especially. He considered this service and for this he is also called as a Iron Man of India in creating this services. And his purpose, main purpose, that was about creating a uniform standards of services across the India, basically with the purpose of creating a unified India. So that was main purpose that I can recall of his.
No, fair enough. That's fine. But how much of his dream has been realized? Do you really think that standards are uniform in terms of policing in Kerala and Bihar or administration in say Karnataka and Odisha, or they remain very very disparate?
So definitely there are disparities in terms of administration and policing across the states, but these crucial parameters also depend upon the various other factors which collectively contribute towards the current state that is there and the differences across the state. In this regard, the influence of caste in politics, religion, demography, the population of a particular state, and the available resources also creates very important role in deciding how the administration and policing is performing in that state. So because of these factors, I think that there is differences across the states.
All right. Now, see, there has been an overhaul of the IPC and all those Evidence Act and all. They have been Indianized in terms of names, and some changes have been brought
Yes, sir.
about. My question
Yes,
is
sir.
that the Indian criminal justice system does not rest only on the laws. The two pillars are other pillars are
Yes, sir.
police and judiciary, right?
Yes, sir.
So, justice system will become complete when the police is there in place, when the laws are in place, and the judicial system works efficiently.
Yes, sir.
Now, you think that just by making some cosmetic changes in the Indian Penal Act and all that, and keeping the police at the level that which at which it operates now, and the judiciary, the kind of shattered judiciary we have today, will it work out? Only changes in the criminal justice laws.
Sir, definitely comprehensive reforms required in all directions. But we should not see this as just only reform, but instead we should see this as a progressive step. And subsequently, with more advanced and more contemporary laws, we will be able to bring reforms to the judiciary and the police level also, with more nuanced and more relatable laws. The efficiency of these two domains will also improve, but at the same time, some concrete steps in judiciary as well as a police is also required. If we consider police, then passing judgment guidelines has to be implemented as soon as possible. Many states has implemented few guidelines as well. And in terms of judiciary, All India Judicial Service is very way forward in this direction. Apart from that, some fast track courts needs to be opened up to expedite the cases so that dependency can be reduced. So these steps comprehensively will address the criminal justice system, sir.
Now, say, what has been the change in the police custody in the new Indian Penal Code change and all that? What was the earlier provision for accused to be kept in police custody in terms of number of days, and has it been reduced or it has been enlarged?
Sir, I'm not aware of exactly, but I think, sir, it has increased to 15 days. I'm not sure on this part, but
If you are not
previously it
sure,
was
let's not discuss
okay,
it.
sir.
If you are not sure, we can just forget about it. Shafiq,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I believe you are from Darbhanga.
Yes, sir.
You are from okay. So can you tell us something about Darbhanga? Something unique things about Darbhanga?
Sure, sir. So, if we see Darbhanga as a district in Bihar, then it is also considered as the cultural capital of the Bihar, and this is so because of the unique cultural aspects, especially with relation to the festivals. The ancient time festivals are being celebrated. Example, Madhusravani, Sama Chakeba. Then, in terms of paintings, Madhubani painting is all India famous. Then it has a unique language that is spoken all over Darbhanga, that is Misha language, and it has also received recognition. Apart from that, the special emphasis on the pan, pokhar, makhan is given in this region. And the Darbhanga Maharaj, Darbhanga was seat of Darbhanga Maharaj, who played very crucial role in Indian independence movement.
What
So
was the
these are the
special thing
unique
about Darbhanga
aspects of
Maharaj?
the speciality.
What was the special unique feature of Darbhanga Maharaj? Something he was a zamindar.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, how I mean he was different from other zamindars of this time.
Sir, if we see Darbhanga Maharaj, then sir, he made immense contribution towards mitigating the during that time famine crises. Constructed many, he started many infrastructure projects across the region so that more workers can get employed. At the same time, he also brought railways to that area so that connectivity can improve. And one Maharaj also contributed significantly in freedom movement, especially helping in Congress sessions and funding the Congress functioning. So this is how they contributed. Uh, and to be precise, this is how they are special. special,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. I mean, you are well aware. You can brush up something more on that
Sure,
because
sir.
you
Sure, sir.
belong to that region. Now, uh, just expanding to what my friend Shashi asked you about new Samhita, which has been introduced about.
Uh,
Now, some people are saying that it's given police extraordinary power, and
sir.
we are moving towards almost towards the police state because of that. Is that
Sir.
true? I mean,
Uh, Sir, in this regard, I don't think
the
this
general criticism of that
statement
is
can.
that it's given extraordinary power to police.
Sir, I would not say that because no doubt in certain sections the power of the police has been enhanced, but in those sections it was very much necessary to bring that provision, especially with regard to sexual harassment and in handling the law and order situations, especially unlawful assembly. It was very much necessary to handle at those levels. But at the many other places, in many other provisions, the power have been reduced as well to reduce the discretionary and misuse provisions, and adequate safeguard and focus on community policing aspects have
Like, what are those provisions
also
where
been taken care in the
power
new
has
law.
been reduced? Can you
Uh,
give some example?
Sir, I have read, but I'm not able to recall, sir. Actually, it's in my notes.
Okay, no,
I have to just
no,
check it.
no, no problem, no problem. Uh, you are been assigned Bihar cadre in police. So
Yes, sir.
tell us something. Yeah, we had that Bihar law and order problem. I mean, Bihar is generally referred to as very as an example of bad law and order state. How far it is true? It's more a projection, perception, or I mean, it's reality.
Sir, I will consider it more as a perception only. The perception portrayed by media and other elements, other any social elements of the society. No doubt there are few cases of law and order issues, especially during some religious-based festivals. But these are just exceptions, and in recent times, the civil administration and police administrations are cautious enough to curtail or limit those law and order situations to that level itself. So I think, sir, that statement is more is just a perception portrayed by different elements of the society.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Tiwari,
sir.
Tiwari.
So Sanket, you are a mechanical engineer by training.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you also have interest in robotics and other scientific developments and hmm?
Yes, sir.
So how would you react to this? That robotics, this artificial intelligence, machine learning, computerization,
Hello.
they are all being given an overriding emphasis
Hello.
in everywhere in the policy making. So
Yes, sir.
does it result in the soft part of the administration being compromised?
Uh,
Are we
no.
becoming too technology driven?
Sir, in this regard, I think with collection of more and more data, it becomes very imperative to use these advanced technology to process it in a rapid manner. And in this regard, they become more helpful. But at the same time, uh, human touch is also very much essential to design and innovate new things, which I think robots are, which I think the technology has limitations. So, and that part, still, human interference, human participation is very much essential. But at the same time, when we are analyzing more number of data, uh, the use of technologies become important to get more to enable us to have more nuanced policy. So, I believe this balance have been achieved in policy making or in administration in general, so that both human and technology can have can together bring more efficiency. So, sorry, sir,
You
you
are
are not.
on.
So what type of data does the police department bring out in public domain? Say at the all India level, which are the reports that are put out by the police department? Do you have any idea that crime data, suicide data?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. NCRB publishes few data, especially with regard to how many crimes have occurred in basically police station wise and state wise, and apart from that, different type of offenses that are being committed. So these are few reports that I can recall right now, sir, that is being published by NCRB.
Okay, but are you aware? And I put it even for your consideration, not only for the purpose of this interview, but NCRB comes out with a disclaimer that it is not responsible for the authenticity of the information in the report, because the information is collected from the respective states and UTs, the police station, and it disclaims all responsibility for it. So there is an entire issue about responsibility and accountability in administration.
Sir.
So how do you differentiate between responsibility and accountability?
Sir, accountability is more a comprehensive term which also entails responsibility along as well as enforceability too. So, if we explain responsibility, then taking onus for any action or decisions, and enforceability refers to being ready to being ready to face whatever consequences and whatever results are for those actions. So comprehensively, these two terms are considered as accountability.
Okay. Then the Constitution places all India services at par, the 3 all India services. But why is it that a hierarchical this thing has emerged? Hierarchy among the services, that this is a superior service, this is a lower service. So is there any rational basis to explain this sort of a emergence?
Sir, I think all India service, in fact, all central services have very important role in efficient functioning of the country. But these hierarchy that have been emerged is because of the perception that is being ingrained into the society. This is because of the visibility of the work that we see among different services. Based on that and based on what the news channels, media channels, and with the people we develop inside. But I think all services are equally important, and without their efficient functioning in a tandem way, the country will not work in proper fashion.
And lastly, how do you view the increase in the employment in the police and paramilitary forces, the increasing expenditure on that, and the fact that we need a police force for every small function, whether it is a school examination or an election or any activity or providing security? So is it a healthy development for a democracy?
Sir, with regard to paramilitary and policing system, currently the nature of the crimes are increasing day by day, and the expectations of the society is also enhancing. And the existing infrastructure and other human resource are not in that level as much being in demand. So to fulfill that gap, adequate financial requirements are there. So I think in this regard, if budgets are being increased, then it is in good direction, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Pandey, are you?
Thank you, sir.
Pandey साहब आप है? Yeah.
Yes. अच्छा Sanket,
Sir.
you are already in IPS.
Yes, sir.
You must have heard about these two premier agencies where most of the police official work, CBI and Intelligence Bureau.
Yes, sir.
Why? What is the difference or different role which they play? IB and CBI. What is the major difference?
Sir, major difference is upon the aspects of their functioning. CBI majorly concerned with the investigation of the corruption cases of public servants, and also they inquire certain criminal cases in which government orders them to do so. While Intelligence Bureau is mainly concerned with collecting the vital informations and intel informations that is very much in need to maintain the national security of the country. So they work in cooperation with all other agencies to collect the vital information with regard to national
Okay,
security threats, that are
right.
terrorism, that could be Naxalism, that could be insurgency, and any other such events. So their role comes at that point, sir. So this is basic difference
Okay,
between both
okay,
organizations.
okay. That's good. So, we these days talk about artificial intelligence, like fintech is there, you know. So, do you have
Yes,
some
sir.
kind of technology which helps police and CBI in doing their duties more effectively, efficiently? So, how Indian police is using AI?
Mm, sir, if we talk of technology to be specific, then CCTNS platform that is being used by all police station, almost all the police stations, have turned out to be revolutionary from the perspective of efficiency of the policing system. Apart from that, uh, in the surveillance, especially traffic surveillance, AI systems are being chipped in with the CCTV cameras to detect any vehicle breaking the traffic laws. And apart from that, in in areas that are being vulnerable from the national security perspective, so there the data analysis that are being collected from call data records and uh, various surveillance activities that are being processed using these AI-based software. So that's how they help in bringing more efficiency to the policing system, sir.
See, one of the effect or negative effect of AI is replacement of jobs. So, do you
Yes, sir.
see that in near future AI will reduce the number of police personnel and these functions will be taken over by machines?
Uh, Sir, in context of the policing personals, their nature of the job is more of a dynamic nature, which is not very much repetitive nature. And so far, we have seen that that technology is replacing only those type of jobs which are of repetitive nature. So I believe replacing the police will be difficult by the technology. No doubt, there are certain places where if technology is being introduced and it brings efficiency to the system, but I don't think there will be any substantial job loss or replacement in the policing system from the perspective of the introduction of AI.
Do you have some idea that number of policemen per thousand of population in India vis-a-vis developed countries, and are we somewhat less than what is optimum number of police personnel required for
Yes, sir. Sir,
yes.
as far as I can recall, India is around 150 police person per lakh population. population,
Mhm.
while in developed countries, these numbers turn out to be 2-3 times that of India. And also, the standards that have been set by the international organizations is around 230 to 250. I'm not aware of the exact numbers,
Mhm.
but this is the standard. India have very huge shortfall
Mhm.
in compared to the developed countries in this regard.
What role law and order plays in economic development? Do you believe that one of the reason why Bihar is not doing that well because of the poor law and order situation, or what it is perceived in the eyes of the industrialist?
Sir, undoubtedly, law and order plays very crucial role from the development perspective, especially industrial development perspective, as law and order is basic prerequisite for any other things to happen. Without having law and order, without having proper law and order, we cannot think of a stable and a peaceful society. And so, and without this, there could not be any developmental agendas in the society. So this becomes very important. And if we talk in context of Bihar, then this perception uh, has turned out to be detrimental impact on bringing investment and industries in the Bihar. But in the recent times, with the changing perception, we have seen that industries are coming in the Bihar. For example, Alstom has set up facilities in Madhepura, and many other industries are also coming to the Bihar. So this is the current
Uh,
situation, sir.
like, yes. Do you have some role model as a superintendent of police or at a district level, which can be replicated or which inspires you? What kind of police officer you would like your district to have, or any district in India?
Sir, the role model that I generally deduce the inspiration is the one who works for the people, who tries to get more in touch with the people instead of uh, the conventional route of hierarchy system, and at the same time who also cares for their subordinate police personals, and tries to bring the trust within the people so that they can approach the police without any fear. That is which generally is the perception of the people, as they fears the police. So the one who focus on these two aspects, I believe,
Yes.
is the
Yeah.
best police officer.
Why in our country, especially, anybody is afraid to approach a police officer or police constable? And what kind, as you said, that you will like to, connect with the people. So why this is not happening in the real ground, on the ground?
Sir, 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 in this regard, there is a huge gap between the police and the people, which have been created because of the false perception. No doubt there have been many cases where police atrocities on the citizens have came up, and these detriments the image of the police in general. Uh, Apart from that, the perception of nexus between politicians, mafias, and the police also alienates the people from the society, and
Yes.
also the sensitization of the police personnel, especially at a lower level, to handle the public, is also a little bit poor because of excessive workload and the mental issues. So these have led to such situation. But if we want to improve this, then we need to change that perception, and this could be done by having alternate platforms through which we can connect with the people, so that social media could be the way forward. Janta Darbar system that is being introduced in every district is a commendable step, so that people can directly report their grievances to the higher officials. And at the same time, there should be a seamless portal that could be electronic or offline too, in where people can register their grievances with any personnel directly to their higher officers. And
Right.
if
Good.
that system works in very efficient
Yes.
manner,
Yeah.
then there will be a trust building exercises. And at the same time, the community policing part is also very important. And if we
Yes.
try to implement that system, then that trust deficit will again reduce, and better connection will be achieved, sir.
Good. Good. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Chairman.
I was
Thank
seeing
you,
your
sir.
choices. You have only opted for IAS. Why you have left out IFS? You don't rate it very high. Foreign service.
Sir, I want to work in the India only. That's why I've not opted for IFS, sir. I've opted only for IS.
So IFS means you will be always in foreign
No, sir,
countries. Who has told you this?
this is not the case. Even in IFS, most of the time postings are in the India itself. But I think, sir, in IAS or IPS, we get more direct chances to work for our own citizens. No doubt, IFS also plays very crucial role uh, in development of India. But at the same time, more direct chances, we get a chance to work in direct contact with the people. We get chance to listen to their grievances. We get chance to understand our own society. So these are the aspect which has inspired me to
Is that
join this service. That's why, sir, I have opted only for IAS after IPS, sir.
or don't you think that you are opting for it because IAS is a more visible power while IFS does not build that kind of visible power? So are you not doing it for the sake of power, which is quite visible when you are in the IAS?
So no doubt, power also plays important role through which, if we can do more affirmative work for the people, visibility and invisibility is not that much concern, is not that important factor for me. Most important one is that I will get those powers which I can use for the development of people, and I can directly listen to their grievances, and I will uh, have have that opportunity to resolve it immediately, or in a given period of a time. That's why I believe, and that's why I have opted for IS only. So
Okay, okay. Thank you, Sanket. Your interview is over. You can go
thank
off
you, sir.
now. Yeah, come back in 1 minute. We'll give you the feedback. Okay.
So shall I leave this meeting, sir?
Yeah, leave and come again.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sanket,
Sanket,
we have
we have
discussed
discussed
about.
about.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
sir.
I think there is
Good
some
evening.
I think
problem in the sound.
Use your mic.
Some sound problem is coming from you, Sanket, whenever you are on.
I will turn off my mic, sir.
Hmm.
Now it is okay. We can hear you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now it's got clear. See, we are of the opinion that you have a good presentation, and since you are already in IPS and you face the interview, so you are not going to go
Yes,
into
sir.
a new area of adventure or something like that. It will be all on predicted lines. See, it's what's very clear. The board will also know that you are trying for IAS only now, so you don't have to try hard to convince them. IPS के बाद कोई एग्जाम देता है उसका मतलब ही होता है IAS में वो जंप करना चाह रहा है. However, you will have to logically convince them that why you would like to have a seat in the IAS. That already I've asked you also. Second thing is that
Sure,
I
sir.
found a problem between two answers. जब पूछा गया बिहार के बारे में, Mr. Safiq asked you what is the perception of Bihar and all that. You said that it's all media, social media, and creation. This is a very flat answer. You have to grab the issue much more closely and face the reality. It's not only a media creation that because of media Bihar is touted as a bad state or bad people and all. You have to really give some more reasons. So we do something which creates a bad impression also. तो खाली ये बोलते ना मीडिया क्रिएशन है वो है.
Yes, sir.
पुलिस के बारे में भी आपको सवाल पूछा गया तो आपने वही जवाब दिया. It's all media creation and anti-social element. This is a very poor answer. You understand that?
Sure, sir.
ये दोनों आंसर नहीं होना चाहिए था आपका. I could notice it.
Okay, sir. Sir.
So improve on that. It was not concrete answer. Third thing
Okay,
is
sir.
that policing पे ही पूरा आपका चला जाएगा interview because you're already in the IPS. 60-70% policing पे चला जाएगा. उसमें
Yes, sir.
every nut and bolt of policing you should know, especially with reference to what we asked you about the recent changes in the criminal justice system, how it will change the face of criminal justice system. पुलिस को क्या क्या रोल दिया गया है, इसमें क्या क्या कम बेसी किया गया. You should be thorough with that. उसको रामायण समझ के आप पूरा पढ़ लीजिए. और जब भी मौका मिले तो उसमें ओपिनियन पूछें, हाउ इट विल बी इफेक्टिव एंड ऑल. आप कहिए कि ऑफ कोर्स सम चेंजेस वर रिक्वायर्ड. इट वाज अ colonial law, so we have decolonized it to some extent, but along with it, we have to also go side by side with police reforms and the judiciary reforms because they are all part of the same criminal justice system. तो holistic answer होगा आपका. ऐसे करके
Yes.
बोलेंगे आप तो यही होगा आपका. 70% आपका
Sure, sir.
policing पे चला जाएगा आपका पूरा का पूरा always. And also challenges of policing in Bihar, problem of law and order in Bihar, how you perceive it, and all those things you'll have to tackle with that. Any other
Okay, sir.
input for him by anyone?
नहीं, खाली ये एक this is a personal advice. Instead of focusing on I will do this or I will listen to the grievances, I'll just focus on that these processes, mechanisms, and these have to be improved. The
Okay, sir.
indigenous processes inside the country, they have to be improved. So instead of saying that I will listen to grievances, I'll take care of this, focus on the team part of it. So as a team, as an institution, as organization, that these have to be improved. So that is all.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. See, some of your answers were very long. You were speaking for a longer time than required. Okay. So 2 or 3
Okay, sir.
answers you took very long time to explain it to us and all that. Make it shorter.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. At 2 or 3
Sure,
occasions,
sir.
I noticed that you were speaking and speaking and speaking. It should be just 2-3 minutes and come to a stop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come to a stop.
Okay, sir. That I will take care, sir.
तो ये हमारा इनपुट्स है. अगर आपके मन में कोई सवाल है, दुविधा है तो पूछिए.
No, sir. Even while giving interview, I also collected that I have to study these things, sir. I knew at that time only that I'm not able to answer in proper ways. So I will go and study those aspects, sir.
You can easily cover them. You can easily cover
Some
them.
unique features of
Yes, sir.
new like you were asked, now this police custody has been increased from 15 to 90 days. So this is one of the
Yes, sir.
criticism of this changes. The police custody for
Yes, sir.
90 days is way too
Sir.
much. So these you should be aware, and you should either take
Yes,
a
sir.
stand whether it's good or bad. So that's the few unique
Sure.
features you may
So
not
Fik,
everything, but a few features,
it's not 90 days. It's 40 days to my mind.
90 days. Yeah,
Are you sure? You checked out.
it has increased,
But still you can
increased
get Sanket
sufficiently.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That I will definitely
So-
check, sir. Sir.
चलो,
Okay,
ठीक है.
sir.
Okay, all the best. और कुछ
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.